Now, guys, wow, look at this. Look at this. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Guys, we're here to tour that house over there. I always say the house behind me, but it's actually over there. So we are at Aston Grange, which is a development in Leamington Spa, and this is the Radleigh by Barratt Homes. The Radleigh is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. Its approximate size is 1,317 square feet, and at the time of touring this property it's listed from £489,000. So what is the Radleigh? You're seeing the red bricked version of it here right now, and there is a mix of different styles on this development, but with the red brick Radleigh, we've got that beautiful tonal mix in the red brick. We've got the slight porch canopy over here, which does a great deal of obviously sheltering you from the rain. You can probably hear the birds. It's a really beautiful setting. We've got brick pavers all the way to the front door. There is a slight step up into the house actually. And then we've got white windows and white doors and more of a traditional palette. And then now we've got the garden. As you can see, the garden is very substantial because you're stood all the way over there. But enough about the outside. Let me show you what's happening inside. And so let's continue the tour to the house. So welcome inside. Okay, right. Let's get straight into it. So let's do first impressions, right? We've got our front door, a mystery door, a couple of doors off the main hallway. I love the shape of the hallway. I'm really digging this. Now, it could be that the ceiling heights feel like they're a little bit taller than your standard 2.4, or maybe it's just the proportions, but something definitely is working in here. And whilst I'm in the hallway, I'm going to talk about the front door. The front door is white on the outside, and actually it's also white on the inside. So it's not really that much of a highlight. However, across the development, there's a mix of different colors of doors. So that's something that you might be able to pick if you pick a different house type or a different plot. So with this show home, we've got the white on the inside, we've got the glazed panel, frosted in the middle to create privacy. I like this. This is for security purposes for the letterbox. That's a great feature to have. And obviously you've got the locks and the handle done in chrome. You've got this matting at the bottom, so you can obviously dust off your feet, your shoes, and then come straight onto this luxury vinyl tile done in a wood grain effect. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is the doors of this development. So let me just show you really quickly. You've got the 4-paneled doors done in a traditional effect, and then the architraves and the skirt again in a more of a traditional profile. I like that. So I'm just touching on that really quickly. That's what you can expect across the whole of development. But we're going to show you what's in here. We've scooted round, but we need to just show you quickly. Just in case you're wondering, this is your cloak. So as you come in, this is probably one of the first rooms. You kick off your shoes there. There'd probably be a shoe storage system and then coats hung on the wall. It's just really nice to have a very convenient place to store coats, whether that's a system behind the door or mounted on the wall. It's also where your consumer unit is, all that energy related stuff that goes in there, right? And now we're going to go, and I'm wondering from you, Brian, are we going in this room or that room? Which one? Okay, so we're going to go into one of the first rooms, and this is, guys, this is our kind of like, well, it's staged as a kind of a work from home office. But again, if we think outside the box, what we're looking at is a very well proportioned bedroom. It's a very well proportioned room. It's a nicely sized room with a window facing the front garden. We've got a light above it, a pendant light, bringing in light. And then in terms of proportions, I think it does suit like a home office or study. But it could be a playroom or a mini kind of games room. Yeah, just think outside the box. And it could even be a spare bedroom. I've said it, guys, it's accessible. Anybody who doesn't want to go up the stairs You can have a day bed there, single bed that folds out and becomes like a sofa bed. So let's go back into the hallway. The next mystery door, it's got a light switch outside, and that gives you a clue because it's a downstairs toilet. You see the flooring continues all the way in, and it's a two-piece suite. So you've got your toilet there, your sink there in the corner. This is more of a Barratt's typical arrangement where they have a corner sink to really maximize this circulation space in front of the toilet. And then it's been shown in this kind of like ribbon white tiling in like a very, very high gloss, and it's done half height. I like that. So, and oh, I also needed to mention it had a chrome towel rail. So that's your downstairs toilet. Let's close that before we go into that space. Now, let's go over here. So we're kind of dancing around a little bit, but there's a reason for it, guys. This is our formal lounge. This is basically your guest experience. They come through the front door, they hang their coats, they may need a bathroom break, and then this is your formal lounge. It's a rectangular floor plan, a huge sofa could easily be accommodated here. At the corner of the room, you can see you've got a large sofa here, a radiator behind it, another sofa, and then they've put an armchair there. But again, if you need more seating, you could probably squeeze in a sofa there. Our focal point is over here with the TV. Again, this means that you're facing with your back to the front door, but I don't know. I feel like I would actually spin it around so I could have the focal point here. The sofas would go here, and I'd be able to look out the way you can now, but I'd also be able to see the front door. So that's my suggestion. You've got two pendant light fixtures. If you want spotlights or anything else, you can add that. And then obviously this huge window configuration floods the space with so much light, and you've got a second radiator underneath it. That's that room. Now, the room we've been saving. I like the lack of the transition strip. Again, it just without breaking up the floor, it makes the space feel so much bigger. And you've come straight into this open plan kitchen, dining, living area with a garden access. And on a day like this, you can just see how nice that dynamic layout works together and flows, and you can see how beneficial it is to kind of have that connection with the garden. I love it so much. I'm just wondering whether I should just start in the kitchen space like I always do. I don't know why I asked the question. I always do. Oh, actually, before we do that, let me just check what's here. Why not? Let's just mix it up a little bit. What is behind this mystery door? It is our understair cupboard. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So again, light switch in there. They've put like a coat hook in there. I don't know if you saw that, but that is basically giving you an idea of what you can do. But it could be a pantry. It's just next to your kitchen. So we've got a U-shaped kitchen. This could form our little breakfast bar over here if you wanted to. I know it doesn't oversail, but you could still bring in tables. You know, there's nothing ever stopped anyone pulling up next to a kitchen island or peninsula and eating from that area and making it a breakfast bar. But anyway, let's focus on what we've got here. I like the color palette. It's done in like a matte, dark, almost black navy blue. And then you've got this bronze or antique bronze door cupboard handles. And that's the fridge. And that's so different. So you'd kind of pull it like this, wouldn't you? That's pretty cool. And then pull it like this. So it's similar to the J pull where you just kind of pull like that. Again, these are options. So it's all good and everything, me going into so much detail about the colors and the selections, but you can come here and choose something completely different. And, you know, that's something to be discussed with the developer, as I always say. This is a fridge freezer combo in a 70/30 by AEG. There's also a bonus room off here, guys, so I will talk about that in a second. We've got our lighting underneath the cabinets and at floor level. So those will be additions and upgrades. We've got, oh, this is cool, isn't it? I like the fact that it's a massive drawer. And then you've got your cutlery drawer in here. That is super smart. That is so cool. Ooh. This is where someone calls security. She's messing with the decor. I love that. So that's a really, really nice cutlery drawer. Everything's on soft closes. Ooh, I'm going to bring that out again. Did you notice these side glass panels? This is definitely a tier up in terms of upgrades, in terms of kitchen spec. I love it. So the kitchen is of this appearance. Let's see, how do we open this? Oh, there it is. It's a hidden handle. Guys, this is so funky. Okay, so that's the kitchen. It's got a lot of really modern, unique features. You have to learn to obviously familiarize with yourself with the kitchen, but it's a very, very stunning kitchen. You've got your integrated double oven arrangement there underneath the hob. The hob has 4 burners and it's by AEG. You've got your extractor fan with the glass detail above, navy blue back painted glass splashback, and then this kind of like natural stone appearance worktop with the beveled edges also forms your upstand as well, which I love. And that wraps all the way around. You've also got that detail as a window sill, and there is a window right in front of our sink, which makes, a day like this, so enjoyable to experience from this monotony of like washing up the dishes whilst the day's magnificent outside, bringing in the outside inside. So here we've got our dishwasher by AEG, we've got storage, everything is on soft closers as you would expect. We've got a wine cooler as well here, and it's done in that kind of like champagne appearance, or that antique brass appearance, and it pairs beautifully with what we're seeing color wise with the rest of the kitchen. This is a kitchen peninsula because it is attached to the wall, so it's not quite an island. It gives that effect, and it's a fantastic prep space. Prep, chop, 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 and then socialize. I love that arrangement. And then that's spilling over into the dining area, which is here. This is an 8-seater table. And from the dining area, let me touch on the garden area really quickly. And you can see here, we've got double doors that open up to the garden, and we've got 2 opening windows either side. And guys, if we have a garden tour clip, we're going to insert it here. And now I'm going to show you the garden. Right, so the garden wraps around, so you come down the access path to the back garden. You can see the back of the house from here. It's still red bricked. The windows are there. You've got the double doors, the window, frosted glass, which we'll tell you more about. And you can see you have options for taps, security lights, and sockets at the back. They've zhuzhed up this garden, like I said, or maybe not said, and I will tell you now, all the gardens are like merged together as a concept garden. So in the actual plot you buy, you'll have a timber fence, right? But right now we're seeing the paving slabs, like these wooden sleepers, railway sleepers, and then more paving slabs, and then a pergola. And one thing I love about this is that you can see the color palette that's available to you. But just bear in mind, you're going to have a fence between your property and the next properties you see here. So there's going to be a division. But it's really nice to kind of see what they've come up with. I definitely give the landscape designer like props for really going the extra mile, because sometimes people do really struggle with seeing the potential. You can definitely create differences in the level. Again, like I said, paving slabs, lawn, that's what you're going to get. And it's not a bad thing to start off with, especially when this is something you could potentially make out of it. So I will see you back inside the house in a second using editing magic. But you can see this has been zhuzhed up for your pleasure. It's a show home, but when you purchase the house off plan, you're going to get paving slabs and a lawn, and then usually timber fence or brick fencing, depending on where the property is. So the dining area, back in the dining area, we've got opportunity to add TV. Oh, actually, scratch that, guys. You don't need to do that. The TV's here, obviously. The TV's on a credenza there. You've got a little bit of a dog or a cat bed there. A nice little space. Gives you an idea of how your family, how your life can be accommodated in the house. The living area is a nice size. We've got 2 armchairs. Again, I think a nice cozy sofa would fit here. You've got a large window facing the garden. And I think in terms of the flow, it's lovely. You're getting more kitchen, eat, relax. That's kind of the flow. Now let's go back into the main circulation space, but not without, I said that too soon, I get too eager, guys, not without going over here. My eye already caught this space. So I don't know if you noticed, there's no door here. I think this is done probably intentionally. I think this easily is where, I think on the plan there is a door here, guys. So you'd open the door and come into your utility. And then you've got here an integrated appliance by AEG. And then you've got storage above. And it's the same quality finish that we saw in the kitchen. Sometimes utilities are done as like back of house, like a last minute space, not really considered, but not in this case at all. You've got the boiler, a Logic Combi ESP135 here as well. And then we've got the worktops, as we said. We've got the space underneath for the appliance, or maybe this could be where your dog bed could be, or the trays. It's just a space for you to do whatever you want with it. And then we've got the utility door here, which leads to your garden access, or your side path to your garden, should I say, rather. And yeah, this is a really nice size utility, benefiting from so much natural light from that window. Now let's actually go upstairs, and I'm going to tell you more about what you can expect to see there. So follow me. I love this detail at the bottom of the stair. This is called a feature tread. So it creates a feature out of the steps. That's unique. Okay, now that we're on the landing, there's a few rooms to cover, right? We like to talk about the landing briefly. So we've got lighting above, which is customizable, loft access to your storage above. We don't mention this as much as we should, but it's nice to know in most of these houses with the pitch roofs, you get that additional storage space. Yes. And then you've got a view to the front door. You can see how spacious the hallway is. You can really admire that in this U-shaped or J-shaped or C-shaped landing. But let's talk about mystery door on the landing. Mystery door over here, sorry, this part is locked. So you've got storage underneath. In fact, let me just open up really quickly. Let's see. So this is what you do. You see, look at that. That is pretty impressive. But again, I think what would complete this is to have a light bulb. And then that could be your Christmas tree store, your linen store, all of that. And did you notice there was a lack of a hot water cylinder? So all of that space is usable space. So let's come into this room. So this is a fantastically proportioned bedroom. Double bed here, probably a king size really, could fit in here. A large desk there for makeup, study, homework, and then a bedside table, and then fitted wardrobes at the end, wall to wall in there. Normally the fitted wardrobes would be an additional cost, but it's up to you if you want to have that, or you just buy a standalone unit and put it inside. And then you've got another space here for a dresser. These large furniture pieces are all saying one thing, which is that this is a very nicely sized bedroom with lots of opportunities to change the layout and play around with the furniture. You've got a window facing the side of the garden, the side of the property, and then a radiator at the foot of the bed. And then there is a mystery door, which is, there's a hint, there's a staircase there. This is our above store cupboard. That's what I would call it, with some shelving put inside. And now let's go back onto the landing. We're going to walk past our linen cupboard / storeroom into the second bedroom over here. So this bedroom is a nicely sized double. Again, when I say nicely sized double, I mean it has space to fit a very large double. You could have gone with a small double if you wanted to make it feel even bigger. A large double, 2 bedside tables, a large double sliding unit there for your clothes, but they've kind of put like a desk there. Just give you an idea, you don't always have to have it all be wardrobe. It could just be a desk. And then at the foot of the bed, we've got this dresser here. Again, we don't have to have the dresser. You can have a slimline one, a bigger one, a smaller one. You just know that there's space for you to have that there. And then this artwork could be a TV position if you wanted it to be. And then, of course, there's a window facing the rear garden. You can see the rest of the development. There's a lot of trees being planted. So over time, you'd have more privacy between the different plots. We do get people saying new builds always have overlooking issues, but that's because they're new. The trees are really small, the bushes are not grown or mature enough. Over time, everything will kind of fill in. So this is the family bathroom. As you can see, it's a 3-piece suite. I like this kind of square towel rail. It's positioned really perfectly next to the bathtub as well. You've got the shower over bath arrangement, a large bathtub. I'm going to show you actually. And then it's got a glass screen with a hinge. So that is what you get when you choose the shower over bath option. You've got your window, which I love. And then you've got your toilet and your sink. By Geberit, and half height tiling has been shown as an option to this, along with the luxury vinyl tiling that I've seen across the development. Again, the colours are completely optional and customizable is the word I'm looking for. So this is another bedroom. So this bedroom, I think this is the first time, whoever staged this bedroom, do not hate me. Do not hate me, but I think that we could have gone maybe without that table at the end. Don't hurt me. It's all great. And I think for a real like life bedroom of someone actually living here, this is a fantastic maximization of the space. You can clearly see a large bed, a plush large bed with these oversized headboard, large cushions, two bedside tables would fit here. And most likely one person would sleep in this room. So that's quite nice to have two bedside tables and a huge bed in a bedroom all to yourself, and a double sliding wardrobe. However, obviously, when you're walking around the show home, you do have to scoot past the desk. So if you saw that on camera, it doesn't mean the room is small. It means we probably didn't need a desk with a chair there for movement purposes. There is a window facing the rear garden and a radiator, and they've got that beautiful plush carpeting at the bottom as well. And I've touched on that. So with that being kind of like a fitted wardrobe, it'll normally come at an additional cost. Yeah. Now, guys, wow, look at this. Look at this. Now, come in and tell me you don't love this space as much as I do. I am absolutely loving this bedroom. This is your primary bedroom. You've got these tinted mirrored doors to this sliding unit. I love it. And it's like a triple unit for a double bedroom. But again, it's a double bedroom, but it feels much, much larger. You've got a dual aspect room. So there's so much light coming in here. You've got a window facing your side access. So that's great for looking down what's happening around your home. And then two windows facing the front of the house, the face of the house. And then you've got a radiator there, under there. I'm just thinking there's just so much you can do with this room. I mean, the layout has been shown this way. The radiator shows is in that location, but things like this, depending on what stage you buy the property, you can move stuff around a little bit. Maybe you want your bed where the wardrobe is, you can choose to. Maybe you're somebody that doesn't like wardrobes and you want under bed storage. You might want to put the bed there and have the view looking out at the greenery. And there are so many mature trees on this development. It's absolutely beautiful. TV, you ask? Well, it can go on this wall above this beautiful desk. In fact, this desk is gorgeous. The pieces of furniture chosen for this property are amazing. I love it. So that's me trying to win favor with this person who staged it. And then we come off the carpeted floor into the luxury vinyl flooring. And you can see here we've got our ensuite. And I love the kind of the sage green wall tiles done half height again. If you wanted to take it all the way up, that is usually negotiable. And then you've got your toilet, your sink, and then your shower. And the shower is such a good size. I love that. You're looking at a very good shower experience there, especially with the Aqualisa handheld shower device on the rail. And then you've got spotlights here, which you can customize the number, and a shaver socket, the sink, the really tall tower rail there. It's really, really nice. Yeah. So that completes the tour of this house. Did you see anything we missed? If so, comment below. We'd love to know where you're watching this video from. So what part of the world are you watching from? Leave it in the comments below. And then click on a link, but not before subscribing. And I'd also like to thank our Patreons in this video. We have a Patreon live, guys. We have the option to join it for free. And you can see a lot of exclusive content on there. Yeah, so we'll see you. We'll make sure you subscribe, make sure you join our Patreon, make sure you like the video and click one of these links. Bye.